So we all know that customer experience for payments is crucial for customer delight, for customer retention. But which parts of customer experience, whether it's an embedded payment or an explicit payment, are under the control of financial organizations like you? And to what extent are you dependent on technology companies, ACI or someone else, or anyone else? How much can you really innovate?
One of the important things that we are realizing today is, look, it's great to have great digital payment experience, one click, two click, whatever it takes. To my mind, more than depending on each other to ensure that happens in quick time or real time. Did it happen real time safely? Is safety the parameter now coming in, right? Because fundamentally it is great to know, but the amount of frauds that everybody is aware of on UPI side is humongous, right? The reality is that there is a cash that has gone up in the market in the last 2 years because we are India's largest micro cash collection company. Literally every NBFC MFI uses our network because we are one of the largest. We have 5 lakh points of presence. Customers walk in to pay EMI, they pay in cash. So reality is it is digitally in, but it is out in 10 minutes. So it is possibly a layer that we are enjoying for 10 minutes, nothing more than that. So we need to find the fundamental thing to be corrected. Can it be digitally in and digitally stay and digitally go out? I don't think digitally stay and digitally go out has happened. We may be obviously be happy about what we are doing because we are obviously possibly arguably the best country in terms of adopting digital, be it UPI, be it all of us are trying. But I think the true sense is we are sending the kid to the school. Is the kid studying there or not? We don't know. So therefore they come out of the school quickly, right? It's like that. So we need to second phase, third phase, seal it to say, I got you in digitally. Are you digitally behaving or not? And that is something which I think all of us carry the responsibility to make it happen. Otherwise, cash is still the king. 86% of India today is cash economy running. It is higher than 84% before demonetization. I'll give you the statistics of that nature.
So essentially what you're saying is it's not just the transactional customer experience, but an overall customer experience that continues to remain digital as far as possible. Yeah, that's interesting.
I'd just like to add a view from a digital bank perspective. While I know what Prasad is referring to is a lot of assisted commerce and a lot of assisted, transactions. When it comes to a pure play digital kind of an experience on an app, and the question you asked is, can banks really innovate independent of underlying technology providers like ACI and so on? Yes, the answer is definitely a yes. If the bank is architected in a way where you get a host of the microservices from these downstream platforms, like your payment switches, your network interfaces, and your core banking systems. And you are now free to build user journeys on top of that. So I think a very interesting approach that we have taken and we have seen working out successfully is where we've built a lot of journeys on top of these APIs without needing to go every single vendor in the chain. It's been working with a few providers, both internal, external, to build those journeys and deliver a good experience. We have also found simple innovations like what we recently launched, and a few banks have mirrored this with Pay Your Contact. Sending number to a mobile number on top of the UPI rail has caught on like wildfire. And I think the simplicity of this journey was always there. It's just that nobody really visualized it or envisaged it till it became a necessity. So some of these innovations are all around us. It's imperative for us to spot them and execute quickly.
Yes, that's true. Thanks, Bert. How are IT companies like yours, or how is ACI itself facilitating better CX apart from just facilitating a better transaction itself?
Yeah, I think like Bertram said, payments are now embedded in our everyday lives, whether it's online shopping, bill payments, social media interaction. Consumer payment is the experience is now basically a differentiator in the payment industry, and banks and financial institutions are striving really hard to, augment their end consumer and merchant experience. So, companies like ACI act as a technology enabler here. We are supporting our customers who are banks, who are financial intermediaries, who like regulators, central schemes to basically provide these new payment experiences, new payment services to their end users, who could be anybody. They could be consumers, merchants, billers, corporates. So I think we at ACI, we've actually moved away from being only a payment software company to offering end-to-end payment solution that includes value-added services, digital overlays. We try to support our customers with a suite of back office capabilities that basically helps our customers to maximize the value they're delivering to the end consumers, right? And we're supporting our customers in their payment modernization journey, to be very honest. Helping them with connecting to all the live real-time payment schemes, whether it's the global adoption towards ISO 20022 standards. We are basically helping them in their payment modernization journey. Bertram touched upon APIs. So I think all banks are looking at an API first strategy, and we're helping them with that as well. So at the end of the day, it's like we want to make the latest payment technology available to the BFSI sector so that they can continue to innovate and bring in diverse set of use cases for the end consumers. That's what I.
So in a sense, what I understand you're saying is that the more you simplify the technology, more the bankers and BFSI companies can innovate and make it better for their customers and partners and all those other stakeholders. Great.